G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. In today's episode we had Khalid Osman on. We spoke about all things related to traveling. We spoke about his upbringing, getting the travel bug from his mother, as well as he's moved down to Melbourne, Australia. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Peace.
Yeah, I don't know why you want to go Europe. I lived in England, I didn't even do Europe. The only time I did Europe was school holiday when I went skiing. Italy, Austria, France. And Spain was Barcelona football tour. But anyway, that was...
Wait, was skiing a hobby or was it something you guys were forced to do over there?
Oh, no. Even though you could probably... You guys... Sorry, just have to say on camera because it's like really... You guys, Australia, you love driving to go see snow.
Yeah.
England, we're trying to run away from snow. Like, you guys love it. Like, yeah, I'm going to go Mount Burg or whatever, Hoblo or whatever.
No, Pablo.
Yeah, Hoblo.
He does, he sells snow, but it's different kind of snow.
It's,
As a starting thing, I wanted to know, Legendary before was very specific about the how many countries you've been to.
34, yeah.
I was right.
I got it on the spot.
Yeah.
Do you have like a app or do you count your
No,
notes?
well,
Is
I
that like
haven't for a while. I was going to do that last night. But this is 34 my whole lifetime
Okay.
kind of thing. Not in 1 year, 2 years. So, because it's all from my mom was a traveler. She's a flight nurse. So, we always used to go traveling as family. So, you know, the Greece, the Athens, things like that. That was when I was young. The skiing holidays when I was with school. So I count those, yeah.
Of course, you have to because you've been. You at least have a memory of it and stuff like that.
Exactly. And my counting is leave the airport. Well,
Yeah,
remember,
of course.
was I talking to you about that? There was someone. No,
You and I
so
were talking about- you and I were talking
and
about-
your uncle or
Yeah, because everyone classifies traveling to a country very differently type of thing. You know what I mean? Someone might be 6 hours at Singapore airport through transit or something like that. And they count an actual country, you know? And what was yours? You said a day or leaving the airport?
I said leaving
Leave
the airport.
You can do 10 hours on a day, like explore a city.
That's it. Yeah,
And
that
that's all
counts
you
for me.
need.
Not like leave the airport. I said so like as
Yeah.
in the airport vicinity,
Gotcha.
whatever. See one thing even.
Yeah.
I'll probably count that.
Take a step out. Yeah.
Or you got the stamp on the passport. So
That's it. Yeah, so
khalas,
that's it.
you don't get stamp if you're in transit.
You had a classification as well. I'm pretty sure you and Ali.
Well, same thing. Because,
yeah,
for example,
leaving the
you'd go
airport.
do transit in a place for 10 hours.
Yeah.
And then people go, I've been there. It's like,
That's funny, bro. Like, surely it's like you want to do a walkabout and see more than one thing. Like, you're not within, say you live within 50-kilometer radius or whatever it is of the airport. Then I'll say, you know what? You've been in the country.
By kilometers.
I remember
But most airports are pretty far, except for Melbourne. I think that's the only one.
Sydney's
far?
in the middle of the
Oh,
city.
yeah. Australia seems like you guys are close to, but most countries, airports are a bit far away. Majority of them.
From the actual city.
From the actual city, like. But actually, it's not depending if you live outskirts now, but the city is.
Yeah.
Can't
Because there's Khalifa City, there's other cities built around now. Yeah.
I would have classified being in a country as in being there, at least sleeping there overnight. That would have been like my sort of classification. Because then you could rack up low-key a lot of like countries in that regard. You know what I mean?
there's certain countries, like for example, I've been Vatican City,
Yeah.
which is the second smallest country in the world.
Yeah, true.
Oh, that,
Is
so
it small?
it's in the UN. Like I know I've
It's in
heard.
Rome.
Yeah, I know it's in Rome,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, does it count as like
Yeah, it's
The
the
country,
smallest
yeah.
country.
Yeah.
because
Is it-
there's
it's smaller than Monaco?
195 country.
I'll double
96,
check.
196.
I thought, sorry,
Something
Sudan came.
yeah, something Sudan or something like split off or something like
I
that.
thought Monaco was the smallest. It could be. Vatican could be
Vatican
the smallest.
is the smallest.
Okay, so it's
No, Vatican's not. It's not about the smallest, but does it count as a country?
yeah, it's,
I know it's the smallest, but
So
does it count as
Khalas-
a country, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it counts
Okay,
as
okay.
country,
it's a
yeah.
country. So it's one of the only places like that in South Africa, like a country in a country. So I went Vatican City. That's the smallest country. I'm not going to stay overnight in Vatican City. You go, you walk around the whole city, come back. It's like,
But they're
That's the
exceptions.
most
No, but
extreme.
no, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
the idea that's like sometimes you go and you literally like what Ali was doing in like Prague or Budapest. Like you'd go for a day, you do a day trip and then come back.
Yeah.
A lot of
true.
times you just do that. You
I
know?
agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause you
staying
go-
overnight sometimes.
If you go Grampians or, for example, Lawn, you don't
Yeah.
go there the whole day. You
Yeah.
go there, you go.
I reckon when you
In and out type of thing,
like,
yeah.
when you go to more countries, you'd want to claim it, so you try to make the reason
Yeah,
to claim it, so your list goes high and stuff like that.
Lawn. You can't say, "Oh, I've been Lawn."
Grampians.
I went there for 5 hours. It was the best thing in my.
Well, you can claim that compared to like going in and out, driving through type of thing. You know what I mean? Can't really go in and out of the Grampians, but
True.
Yeah.
Oh, but if you say I went to the Great Ocean Road, but you just drove past it,
Yeah.
you still win.
That counts.
True.
It counts, type of thing.
True.
Khalid, obviously you're not from Australia. You've moved to Australia recently and stuff, yeah? Have you travelled much around Australia other than Melbourne?
No.
Yeah.
No. Just Melbourne. Furthest is Great Ocean Road.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, really?
Yeah. To the 12 or 7 apostles or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
But how long have you been in Melbourne now?
No, because I did that when I came February for 2 weeks, but I've been in Melbourne for like 3 months now.
Okay, so it's
Damn.
been infancy, bro. 3 months.
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah, 3 just over
Yeah,
3
yeah,
months.
yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't done any traveling there. The furthest was a walk, not even so. I went to Little River, Yang
Where's
River,
the little river?
little rivers in like
west.
It's just before Geelong.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can see Geelong. It's called. Have you heard the Yang? Something like that.
Is that a river or
no,
something?
no.
No, it's a walk.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like a 1,000 steps walk kind of thing.
Ah, but the west version of it, yeah.
Yeah, the west version,
'Cause
smaller,
the,
mini.
1,000 steps is the east.
Yeah.
Dandenong
So-
or whatever they've got
I
it
wouldn't
down
count
there.
Little River as anything, bro. It's like, I went to Reservoir.
But yeah.
No, but the walk there's a walk, not the air. It's outside Little River. It's not
Okay.
in Little
Oh,
River.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, true. And
Unless you get a pass.
But it's on the way to there, kind of. Yeah.
That differs, but
and you've lived most of your life in the UK, yeah?
Oh, I have to do the calculation, but 15.
Oh, you're that much of a
It's no-
traveller.
No, but no, it's yeah. Oh, if you want me to go in that detail, then I have to do the calculation. But because it's nearly like balanced to about the same. If anything, maybe I'm 1 or 2 years longer in UK. Yeah, just
Okay, yeah.
Compared to
Abu Dhabi, UAE.
okay.
you were born in the UK, correct?
No, I was born in Abu Dhabi. Born in Abu Dhabi, 13 years.
And then,
Moved to UK, 8 years or so.
Yeah.
Moved back to Abu Dhabi. That's why I have to calculate 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
Moved to Somaliland, England, Melbourne.
Okay. So
And these are living places, not traveling.
so from 25 until what? How old are you now?
30.
30. So from 25 to like 30
just
years old,
outed
you were in Manchester, correct?
No, because I was.
I'm just confused.
Yeah, you just go. Because
the way-
why did you pick
No,
25?
It's the way
Why-
you
I don't-
because I was doing the
Oh,
calculation.
measuring it.
So
Oh,
you
you
got 13 to 8. So you said 13, you were in Abu Dhabi up until 13 years old,
Yeah.
correct? And then from
No,
13
not 8
to
years.
8.
Sorry, I said 8 years was I said 8 years because it was sorry, no, 7 to 8. Yeah, that means I was 24, 20 like that.
Because I got the calculations on.
Yeah,
bro,
you
don't
did. Yeah, you did. Right.
Wait, were you
then
correct?
there,
Yeah.
yeah, then there, Abu Dhabi 4, 5 until 27, 28,
Yeah.
28,
Yeah.
29. Then England 1 year, so
Yeah.
that's 27, 28
Yeah.
kind of thing. Then 29 here. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask? Because obviously, like maybe us here being born in Australia, we lived our whole life here. How come there was so much moving around? You know, because it wasn't just England and Abu Dhabi. You even went to Somaliland, and then you kept moving. It seemed like, you know.
So at the end of the day, because I'm mixed background, like my mom is like my grandma is white English, my granddad from my mom's side is Somalilander. You know what I mean?
So your
Like
granddad from your mum's side. Okay.
Shut up.
Pardon? Shut up.
Yeah.
So
So your grandma,
my grandma is white
English?
English, yeah.
and then your grandpa.
Yeah, he was a sailor, came to Liverpool and married back
he was
in the
Somali,
days. Yeah, he was
Somalilander.
Somalilander, yeah.
And then the other grandparents.
So the other grandparents are my granddad from my dad's side is Lander, but 4 generations ago he's Yemeni.
Okay.
They moved from Yemen to Zayla,
Okay.
then they split to
Yeah.
Djibouti and to Somaliland.
Yeah.
So actually most of his family live in Djibouti.
Mm.
Oh.
And then grandma.
Yeah,
So you're
okay.
mostly a Somalilander.
But then
And you got
also
some-
I'm mostly Somalilander. If you were half
Yeah.
that's why half
But you got the
Somalilander,
English
quarter
side.
English, quarter I put Yemeni. now.
Yemeni type.
Yeah.
I claim it.
Did you do
Shout out
the-
to all my Yemenis out
Did you
there.
do the DNA?
Habibi, remote.
You should do the DNA test and see how you go.
Yeah, but I heard it's not that.
Accurate?
Yeah, and fall and
It's
it's
hard.
like
with-
100 pounds or something. I was like,
I
oh,
don't
okay,
claim
but
it. I don't claim
The
it.
100 pounds
Yeah.
go, you're not the accuracy.
yeah, it's not worth.
I'm 6% Nigerian.
If someone wants to do a test on me,
Very careful.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Let's go. Shut up. Let's do it.
Find the
Subhanallah.
bloodlines, cuz.
So you kept moving around because family?
No, because those were my 2 countries.
Mm.
And Somaliland was adventure. That we'll come to in part of the traveling. But that's why, because it was home. UAE is where we lived. England's where education. After education, back to Abu Dhabi because England was not that great. Don't know of England.
And it wasn't home either, was it?
It wasn't.
did you
Abu Dhabi was home at that time. Abu Dhabi was home until
Yeah.
something happened.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. And then England became home. That's why I came back to work here because I knew England I can make good money.
Yeah.
Because Abu Dhabi, before you're not a citizen, you're nobody. You're a tourist to them.
True.
Even if you have a visa and things like that, you're nobody to them. So England was the security, job,
wow.
pay, money.
Even though you were born in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, bro. I think even now they don't. You don't know
They don't
army,
care.
no nothing. They don't.
I
Now only if you have millions, you get the golden visa. That's like
Yeah.
you get the passport, everything. Then there's you have to have properties, blah blah blah. Then there is now it's easier. There's the freelance visa. I don't know what they call it, but only now 1 year, 2 year, there's a freelance visa which is if you have a business, you can come in and things like that because they're running out of money.
What is it with those? What is it with those Arab countries where they, even if you're born in there, they don't hand out citizenships like that? Because I know like Saudi Arabia, their reasoning behind it, you can sort of like understand. But like Abu Dhabi and that, what's their...
It was more bloodline and things like that, I think. Like, they didn't want people, they wanted pure breed. They didn't want people mixing with their wives and things like that. Even now, think about it, in UAE, if a local lady marries anybody who's not Emirati, she loses some rights. When I mean the last update I checked was like 3 years ago. I don't think they would have changed that, but she loses the list of housing. She goes to the bottom. Blah blah blah, all these kind of things.
I've
So
heard about that, yeah, and that's
Well,
why
so
there's
it's
like
like a
so
social
many
hierarchy.
unmarried. No, it's like there's certain rights that you get as somebody from Emirates
Yeah.
that that you can only keep if you keep the bloodline within the Emirati bloodline, and then that's why a lot of women like they're unmarried. They go unmarried, so they end up doing holidays and all that sort of stuff, and they go around and they just stay unmarried forever.
Wow.
So it's like they just like, yeah, okay, whatever it is, you know.
Yeah, so there's perks to being an Emirati basically, or Khaliji or whatever.
And you know, funny, I could have got it.
Okay, how?
Yeah, because my
could've bought
dad moved there 42 years, like he lived there, and they were giving it then to the Sudanese, the Somalis. That's why there's actually black Emiratis, because they're actually Sudanese from a long time ago. But what was I saying? But of course, no. He said no, because he was proud of his Somali passport. And now, alhamdulillah, he's got his British passport.
As in, because as in like,
Alhamdulillah.
as in the Somali passport was valuable back then to a degree.
Probably, yeah, it was. I don't know, but it probably was.
Yeah, and he wanted to keep it rather than
Yeah.
dual citizenship.
I didn't do that much research. I was just like, why? Come on,
Yeah,
Emirati.
he's lost now.
Yeah, no, but actually think about Somaliland was an amazing country.
Yeah.
Somaliland was not even there. Somalia was great back then. We were one of the strongest. Supposedly we were giving money to Saudis. Some Saudi sheikhs. Yeah, check it out. There's some big muftis and sheikhs and like Saudis who were like...
You talk about the famine that happened.
The famine and all that was
In
talking about
Medina.
Somalia gave money, goats, whatever, to Saudis. You know?
Far out, man.
Yeah,
Now they got gold goats and gold.
Yeah, Saudi, yeah.
No, gold
And
toilet seats,
halal
bro.
clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all
Let's
that.
not get into that. Listen,
Yeah.
with
So obviously, you touched on a lot of that with your years of moving from different places for different reasons. We'll touch on later on because now the current day why you moved to Melbourne, but maybe about your traveling because you said this was all in between your traveling and then you'd move from place to place. So when did your traveling begin? We'll say traveling without your family. Because you said growing up.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Well, I'll work backwards because that'll probably be easier for me to calculate. So backwards was I did 1 year of traveling. Southeast Asia was my most recent travel. Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines. That was my most recent travel in 3 months travel.
And Laos.
No, I missed it out. Because
Oh,
I
you
didn't
said
go.
in your video. I was watching your video with your
I wanted to
when you're
go.
packing your
Did I
bags.
I was about to. It was on the plan to go.
W research.
He's done his this guy.
Sorry,
if
bro.
you're coming to podcast, make sure you got your facts right now. But no, I think I was like on the way. I was up north of Thailand, was it, or north of Vietnam? And then I was like, okay, yeah, I was close to going to Laos, but then Myanmar was killing Muslims then, and that was like close next door. And I think it was money as well, to be honest. Like, if I'm not, it was like something.
Did
like
you take a lot to Southeast Asia? Because
one year, you don't need that much. I worked in Abu Dhabi on the salary is the Adi salary, the normal salary, nothing. I
use
wasn't.
Aussie dollars to.
I have to go transfer it.
Okay, maybe pounds. How much?
Okay, how about I say colder? How about I say numbers and then you say warmer or colder?
No, I don't even know what's the.
70K.
No, la.
He does the
In
currency.
UAE, the currency, it
convert
was UAE currency.
Ah,
That's why it was
okay.
Abu Dhabi. I worked for 1 year and a half on a basic salary. Let's say minimum wage. I worked for 1 year and a half.
Yeah.
Even less than, and I was enough for me to go traveling
For a year.
No, for a year. Yeah.
Or was it 3
Hey.
months?
No, for a year, but 1 month I was back in Abu Dhabi.
But
Okay.
Abu Dhabi minimum wage is like, that's like a gradship here or something like
Yeah,
that.
like it's nothing.
So
No.
how much did you? Do you think like
Like the opposite.
60,000 dirham or something?
Oh, okay. In dirhams, I can. All right.
I'll convert
It's
it.
pretty much like 2.7.
Go for it.
It's something like, you know what? Something like that. Yeah.
it's
I was-
2.7, so
I
just
should
under
human
3.
calculator.
yeah. Yeah.
Just times it by 3 and guess. It doesn't matter if you're K off.
So
Call it 4. No, because then
40,000?
that's 2,000. No, 3,000 pounds. Call it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Is that possible?
I
So
just
no,
got the
so you-
dirhams.
I don't even know.
I got the dirhams. How much was it?
60K. Let's see.
60K.
You guys doing math out here as well.
It's because
Oh well, it's only 25K
Oh yeah. So
Australian.
so that's
It's
not
like
3,000. Yeah.
it's like
That's
13,000
less than
pounds.
minimum wage. That's slavery, bro.
Yeah.
Astaghfirullah, sorry.
That's all right, bro. They are, but they've raised the price.
And that was a year in Southeast Asia.
That look.
No. It was a year. So okay.
A year
I'm
traveling.
working backwards. So 3 months. That was
Southeast
that, right?
Asia.
Southeast Asia. I skipped it. I said I decided to do a month in Philippines instead of Laos. That's why I didn't do
Philippines
Laos.
beautiful?
Manila.
Well, we need
Manila.
to talk. Like, we're going to talk about
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
man,
I want details.
Just jump in that. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yo, I have 3 best countries. Philippines number 1, South Africa, Cape Town number 2,
Habibi.
and
It's that third one. Is
Tell me
like-
Vietnam was close. Or nah?
no,
The
no.
ratings,
You know
people
what?
here, the ratings are high.
No, I don't like the food. I don't like wet noodles.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
besides
not-
food then.
Well, food makes up the experience, I guess.
Yeah, without food, Vietnam.
Okay.
Vietnam was nice, Hoi An Pa,
Okay.
and it was good,
Yeah.
but not.
Okay, that's fine. yeah.
It's top
So
5.
What's top 3? Okay, you said
But he
South
didn't finish
Africa.
off his list.
And then,
Yeah.
oh, bro, wallah, it's the third one always gets me because it's a toss up between Sri Lanka, and so I've been South Africa, Philippines,
So South Africa, Philippines, Sri Lanka.
yeah, and then there's
They
another
say Sri
one.
Lanka's got everything.
Malaysia is nice as well.
Yeah. You remember Yusuf Hassan when he went?
Sri Lanka, Colombo.
Yeah. He said they got everything: the mountains, the water, the scenery.
Bro,
It's
and in a
Photos
short,
would be-
beautiful.
in a small place, in a small.
Yeah.
That's what we did. It was a family trip though. This one because Sri Lanka was way when I was younger. Is we literally went from Colombo, like island, up to like the jungles, then to the mountain in Kandy, so the Kandy dance and
Yeah.
things. Then came down to the other side, then to Nuri Lane, more jungly kind of thing, forest. Then came down to Goa. What is it called? Goal, where the Dutch have forts and things like that.
Yeah.
SubhanAllah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn. Top
So-
3 countries. Damn.
Yeah, that is. But where was I? Philippines. Amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Only problem is
Did you get everywhere?
khanzir.
Yeah.
Pork.
Yeah.
That's it. They love
Because
their
they got
pork.
Spanish influence,
They
yeah?
do, yeah.
Yeah, they love their pork there. That's the only. Otherwise, it's English speaking, Spanish speaking. If you speak hablo español,
Yeah.
you know.
Ali,
That's it. Un poquito.
you call me one.
And then English people are lovely. And I knew that because in Abu Dhabi, full of Filipinos work there, nurses and things like that. Lovely people, really nice, hospitality, welcoming, everything. Cheap as well, South Asia being cheap. And it's got everything. You got your whale sharks, you got your jungles, you got your waterfalls, you got your beaches, you got your islands, you got your, did I say jungles?
Yeah,
you
the
got your
best of the
city,
best,
big
yeah.
cities. You got
Manila's massive.
So,
horrible though.
so why didn't
Yeah.
it make it into your top 3?
Not horrible. Like, I just don't like it as a tourist.
Philippines?
Yeah.
It did.
Oh, it
So
wasn't top 3?
It was number one.
what part of
Okay.
Philippines is it?
Yeah.
Manila is capital city.
It's just capital city.
yeah,
It's got like
You
the
gonna rate
biggest
that one?
shopping cities in the world. Like 3 out of
Yeah.
the top 10.
probably.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But no, but you have the biggest in southern hemisphere here.
That doesn't count. Southern Hemisphere. That's just. We'll say that for anything. We're the biggest
Chester?
podcast in the Southern Hemisphere.
Chester?
Yeah.
Yeah, hard. from waist down.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the traveling.
Yeah.
Then I took a break a month in Abu Dhabi. Because it's lovely why it's there, because it's the middle. Exactly. Everything is there. Emirates, Etihad, everyone can go. Southern Africa. I did Southern Africa. And the reason why I kept my price so low was because my sister lived in South Africa, Cape Town. So price was low. Accommodation. Accommodation is the most thing you have to pay for, and food.
True.
So I didn't have to pay for most of those. That's why I kept my price low. But then...
So how old were you at this time? Just so we could put a...
Go back, what, 30? Go back.
It's 27.
Go back. I'm here, England, 1 year.
It's 5 years ago. The video, the backpacking video was 5 years ago.
Yeah, so yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Khalas.
Yeah,
I knew the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 5, 6.
Okay.
Yeah, because South Africa was a bit earlier, before the Asia. So it was like 6, 7 months.
Okay.
Years ago, sorry.
So is Cape Town at the bottom?
Yeah.
Bottom. That's the one with the devil. Is it called Devil's Peak?
Yes, Devil's Peak.
With the view and everything.
That's the one that
The
what's
most
it called?
southeast of Africa.
Yeah, the
Southernest point, yeah?
Mark
Southern
Manson
east,
was talking
okay.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you say about it?
He's saying that he stood on the edge of it and he looked out to the thing because he's at the end of the world or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I think he said that he wasn't gonna die. I don't know what he said. Like,
okay,
should have
yeah.
killed himself. But stop.
Is that from his book?
Edit.
Cut it.
Is that from his book?
Yeah. Is that at the
Yeah.
end of the book? He ended it with him being at the end of Cape Town on the edge. I don't know. Have you been to the edge?
Yeah, it's not actually in Cape Town, it's just outside. But if it's the one he's talking, it's the most southeast point of the whole of Africa.
Yeah.
And that.
Has-
I've got photos on Facebook.
What's it like? Like, is it just?
Let's just see. Wallahi.
Yeah.
Wallahi,
Nothing
yeah,
too special.
nothing.
A lot of
Yeah.
people talk about it having like.
No,
some
because
sort
there's a
of spiritual-
photo. There's a photo there, and like, yeah, you're on the most point island-wise. There's no more islands. You can't see anything. So that's what. Like
Ah,
climbing
okay.
Kilimanjaro, you know that them brown signs. It was exactly the same. The brown signs with the yellow writing.
A lot of people, they overdo it with that stuff. man.
Flat
It's
Earth-
windy there, so I
Flat
think
earthers
people
as well.
also do like that pose, that flying pose, because it's literally
How long were you in South Africa?
good time. A good 2 months, a while, because I did Ramadan there as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was nice. I did when the water drought was there.
Subhanallah.
Yeah, that was lived with my sisters when my nephew.
And you said you did Southern Africa, so you went
Yeah.
some other places?
Yeah,
You
so
went safari, of course, and stuff?
Yeah, yeah, I did safari a couple of times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie, but it was because I did a camping tour for 21 days. We went on this kind of like bus that was converted into like storage tent. You know, all this traveling thing. That was such an recommend that if you guys. Any country really. I'm not much of a tourist person, like tourist attraction kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like to go off beaten road, but this was one way of me to see as many countries as I can.
True.
So Namibia,
Okay.
Botswana, Namibia is beautiful. It's a must visit. Windhoek, Swaziland or something like. Yeah, it's German. Some German name.
It's the
but
first time I heard of this, but
yeah, it's not. You know, Khalijis are there because they are growing dates there. That's why you see some dates says produced in Namibia.
oh wow.
The Saudis or is Emiratis or Kuwaitis, one of them.
Yeah.
One of the people, they're growing it there, yeah. So the Egyptian guy had a shawarma there. He gave it to me for free. It was Eid day. That was, you know, you want stories?
Yeah. Tell us stories.
It's a bit emotional because I've only had, so I've got the traveling bug from my mom because like I mentioned to you, my mom was a flight nurse. She traveled a lot, left a lot and things like that. So where was that coming to? That's why I love traveling.
Trauma, emotional story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first Eid
Yeah.
I spent on my own.
Ah.
Normally I would always be either with at least friends or family. And so I've been away a lot from my family with a lot of Eids. I've missed a lot of Eids either because I'm in England, and my family are in Abu Dhabi or whatever it is like.
Yeah, true.
So with my parents, when I mean family, it's like my parents, mom, dad, and some sisters because we were spread. Or Saudi Arabia, we were spread. South Africa, I had sisters and brothers living everywhere.
Nomads.
Yeah, you know that's Somalis, nomads.
Yeah.
That's it. And then so that was my first Eid. Yeah, soccer.
And then what happened with the Egyptian brother?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got
what
a
made
free shawarma. I don't because I started speaking Arabic because I speak Arabic. So I went there, didn't expect it and everything, and obviously I know his Egyptian accent. So I was like, "Eda, zayk, amil, you know," and I was speaking all Egyptian and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Yeah, no, we got talking, and he gave me a free shawarma."
Yeah.
That's nice.
Nice.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So you took Was it a caravan or like a truck
like
by
a
yourself?
big truck, like a big truck.
So you went by yourself?
Oh no, with 20 other people. And we pitched up tent, and you would share tent with someone else.
Yeah.
But I was lucky to have my own tent because I think the other person that was available was a girl. It's obviously haram, share with a girl. So I said I'm Muslim, yeah. Can't be sharing with no girl. Yeah. So we had our own tent.
So would you do sleep outside the tent that night?
No, she had her own tent, but I had to help her pitch it up.
Yeah.
I helped her pitch hers up. Then she would help me pitch mine, or I'll have to do it myself
Yeah.
if she goes somewhere. And
So,
Nice.
so the tour started from Cape Town,
Cape Town to Namibia.
which
we
is
did like 3 cities there,
okay. Yeah,
which is like the edge of the left.
yeah.
And then Botswana, coming like, again, Botswana is beautiful, but money crisis was back then. So we had to take money out from Namibia because there was like not much dollars, like in Zimbabwe. Then we did is it Zimbabwe? It is Zimbabwe, Vic Falls.
Yep.
And then we went, or Thomastown. Then we went to Zambia.
Oh, so you've
Same.
gone up
you went
now.
up.
Yeah, we went
You're
up,
up,
just
yeah.
to Zambia though, no higher.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't get Tanzania or anything.
No. Inshallah, that's goals though.
I heard that's
goals.
amazing.
That's goals. That's
Don't
couple
listen, don't
goals
listen
though.
to him. I don't. Yeah.
Sugar daddy, yeah.
But yeah, that's the
But subhanallah, okay. So this is the thing. I'm gonna act like I'm a white woman now,
Okay.
and I'm gonna ask you: wasn't it dangerous to drive through those countries?
To go through those countries.
I'd ask
Bro.
that. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Unless I know South Africa. Like even just that.
Yeah.
And the races too. Yeah, like isn't the majority?
No,
Of
that's Johannesburg. Johannesburg is the dangerous where they were killing Somalis and things like that.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Specifically
Somalia,
Somalis.
because they were the businessmen.
And that's probably
They were the one
that was
being
actually
most
that time.
successful.
Yeah, 4 5
That
years
time.
ago.
Period of time.
Yeah.
That time. It was not now. But then there was another repeat.
Cape Town's a tourist city, bro.
Yeah, Cape Town.
Cape Town's a tourist city.
Oh,
It gets a lot. It's
Because there's a lot of, by the way, in South Africa, there's Malay South Africans,
Yeah.
Indian South Africans, and Chinese. You call them like Chinese Malay. No, astaghfirullah. No, that's in Malaysia. No,
Yeah.
but they
It's like a little hub.
There's the Dutch, there's the Afrikaners, which
Yeah,
are Dutch
there's
people.
like African.
And then there's
split-
Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there's
two.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because coloured and the coloured get divided. Suburbs, Indian suburb, Malay suburb,
Yes. Yeah.
and then there will be the Africans and then the Afrikaners, which are
white.
Dutch.
Oh wow.
Because they
Did you
come in.
see? Did you see the segregation as well, specifically?
Yeah, bad, bro.
You can see it, yeah.
bad.
Because I've watched like
Bad.
we're gonna get to this later on. I've seen Indigo Traveler's video, and like in one shot you could see basically, like just think of this street right here that separates basically where the male black workers would work, and they'd be in like massive like hostels, like hotels and apartment blocks and all that kind of stuff, and they'd all live there, and sometimes they'd get their families there, and literally just across the road, you've got like very like luxurious, nice houses type of thing. Did you see that with your eyes?
You do see that. I didn't see it too much, because the shanty towns were like more outskirts, but they were really bad shanty towns. You've seen it. What they called District something 12 or District something.
Yeah.
Everyone goes there because it's actually a tourist.
It's because of
We-
history.
It's history. There's
Yeah.
a history in it as well. That's why. But it was really bad, the segregation. That's why it's dangerous though, because they're just trying to survive. Like back then, anyway. Like I said, that was when I was trying. But they're just trying to survive. It is tough.
So it's like redlining in the United States, yeah. That's what it's like. Redlining is basically like they separate the socioeconomic.
Yeah, like Rio de Janeiro as well.
Yeah. So they kind of like push everybody out. Oh, have you been Brazil?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
That's something. I
that's-
watch documentary as
that's
well. No. I wish.
But the only
I haven't.
the only difference with America is one, like it's based off of like wealth and all that kind of stuff. This one's with South Africans, it was blatant racism.
Back then, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like just continued there because now the whites have good big houses.
Yeah, exactly.
They were supported back then, and then
Wasn't that long ago?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
It's one generation, not even people that lived there.
Oh,
Like apartheid.
Yeah.
Ended in
Oh
the
yeah,
90s.
apartheid. Yeah, well, it's
Nelson Mandela, yeah.
Ended in the 90s. So if you think about it, if you're gonna, it's like this house. Most houses when they were built,
They're still there. The houses are still built and everything.
Everyone that went through is
Yeah.
still there.
But let's get back to the dangerous the topic about.
Then
through
driving.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah,
answer
the
this
animals
question.
are one of the
That's-
most dangerous
that's
things.
a
The
part of it,
animals,
yeah.
the wallahi, the animals are crazy. Lions just there in the safaris chilling next to you. Elephants who nearly got attacked, not attacked, whatever you call it, stampede or where they run towards you kind of thing. But it was more a scare tactic. A male elephant like was running towards us and like just kind of like a scare tactics.
how can you tell if it's
because he stopped like before he even got to us. Like the wall is there, he stopped like where we are. Do you know what I mean?
The elephant's liver, like, yeah. The
Pardon?
elephant's Lebanese, 100%.
Yeah, that's it.
He's
Was
not gonna do
probably-
anything but.
So it was that.
Yeah, so you
That was like the most dangerous, dark. That's wilderness because
How about
there's
like
snakes,
like sometimes you see
people
like
and stuff.
getting robbed, you know, like people waiting for your truck to come past and they're like, hey, you know, that
Yeah,
kind, that's what we
that
see
kind of
often,
like
yeah.
people. I heard in Cape Town there were areas. Did I see it? No, I didn't see it, but I heard stories like, oh, yeah, the night before someone got robbed here and things like that. Because my brother-in-law was an imam of a mosque there. That's why he was in South Africa. And he was right next to the town center. And there were a lot of robbings. You heard the nightclubs, like people, phones getting robbed. Alhamdulillah, from traveling experiences and everything, I'm very streetwise.
Yeah.
So I see something across the road. I see, even though I love a commotion, like I'm the first one there, you know.
Yeah.
Bengalis have just like a woman, you know, like there. You eat anyway. It's the Bengalis that do that. But like, yeah, I'm there. You know what I mean? And then, but yeah, I always try to street. You have to just be street smart. There's
Especially
no
in
one,
countries that you're
Yeah.
new to, you don't take risks like
you
that.
don't like flashy phones and things like that. Only when you need to take it out. It's the common sense stuff.
Yeah.
It's dark streets. Don't go down there.
But sometimes people forget that it's common stuff.
Yeah. And go with people, groups. It's important.
Yeah, it's like what your dad was telling us. Remember, like, sorry, the story you
that
told me
common.
about your old man
Yeah.
with the guys that stand outside the Colosseum.
Yeah.
That's the funniest.
Yeah.
Tell the story just for reference.
There's just there's the conversation starter. They say they like doesn't matter what you're wearing. They pretty much say nice shoes. Are you from Africa? And that's literally they say to every single person. And they'll just get a conversation from you, and they'll give you. They have these like obviously African guys. They have these bracelets that they sell, and they pretty much say take it for free. And you know that's the tactic. Take it for free. It's probably worth like 50 cents. And they're like no. They're like nah, please, it's a gift. The person feels bad, gives them like $5. But what they do is when they're distracting you, someone comes and tries to rob you.
Yep.
So that's obviously their
double.
tactic, you know.
Yeah, the ones I saw a lot, when especially in Paris and things like that, were the Romanian gypsies, the money one. So it's kind of like it's a fake group, but you don't know that. You've just come. There's a group of normally Romanians or like gypsies basically, and they're all like just there. And then there's this cop guy, the cop one you've seen, and then they're like 20
He's
pounds.
distracting
Yeah. No, it's not just it's to like people to think to bet, but the house always wins kind of thing. Because the house is the people.
It's rigged.
It's rigged.
Yeah, gotcha.
But there is sometimes some robbery I've heard, like if you forget your handbag, or boom, it's gone by someone else because had a cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the one I've seen.
It's like on Tower Bridge in London as well. Same thing.
Yeah, London have it as well a lot.
Yeah.
Paris, London. Yeah.
So with all this, obviously travel experience and stuff, and obviously you said you're not more touristy, you're more like experiencing nature and stuff. How did documenting come into it? You know, because the travel bug you got from your mother. How about the documenting your life aspect of it?
That's a good point. I don't know when. I think ever since I was a young kid, I've always loved the camera. I was a dancer, back in Michael Jackson days.
You can dance?
Yeah.
Moonwalk?
No, not that. No, not moonwalk. I can dance.
Okay.
You're a jerk, Dougie.
Yeah.
Sean Paul, put on some, you know what I mean, them leg ones, you know what I mean.
We'll save it for an
reggae,
exclusive later on or something like that. You can't give him.
Can't give a whole lot. Okay, yeah.
Let's have a dance off after the podcast.
Let's do
I
it.
got 2 left feet, so you win already.
Yeah, so
The
We're
documentary.
talking about
the
documents.
document, that's where, so from when I was young, that's where I love the camera and things. And then it was the point of where everyone was making money from traveling and they got free accommodations and all these kind of things. So I was like, let's do it. So I started from there, basically. I wanted to try to become something big where people start giving me free things.
Yeah.
Or start paying me to do stuff.
And the first video, was it Somaliland or was it something else?
No, it was Abu Dhabi. Because actually, I love showing people around.
Yeah.
I love experiencing new things. I love doing things. So it all started actually, I'll have to go back to my videos, but I was always doing it, even in England, but it started in Abu Dhabi because all British love coming to Abu Dhabi. So when I was in Abu Dhabi, all family or anything who came from England, I was their driver.
Yeah.
This is the custom that we have, like in our family. Like if people come over, we show them our city.
Yeah.
So I would show them around. It started from there, I think, with a phone, not even with a camera. And then, just vlogging that, showing them around and stuff started there.
And this would have been the rise of like YouTube, vlogging era and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
you got into that and all that.
So yeah, but I didn't continue, unfortunately. I should have.
Inshallah, you can always get back onto it.
Yeah, you know what the worst thing is? I just hate editing. I love the camera. I love videography. I love photography, audio. It's just editing. I cannot be bothered with editing. Well, I rate you, bro. To the editor, shout out to the editor. That's my guy, you know, like I'll try not to make too many mistakes. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
I wanted to finish off your 1 year of traveling, because obviously you said it was 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And you say you did 3 months you did 3 months in Southeast Asia, a month in Abu Dhabi, and then 2 months in
about 2 months or so in Southern Africa, or was it 3 months? So that's about 6. Then I think where was that? Then it was Abu Dhabi was 2 months then maybe. So that, and then England, I think. England might have been in there. So that's it. The two big was Southern Africa, Southeast Asia. That was my last one.
Have you done other trips like that in different parts of your life? Like 2-3 months, hey, I'm going to go explore a region, Southeast Asia, Southern Africa?
No, to be honest, that's when I started my solo traveling was then. Yes, I have been by myself to like small countries back.
Yeah, but not 2-3 months.
Egypt. I went to Egypt by myself, but I had a friend living there when I was a kid. So on the flight, I went by myself. I remember Royal Brunei. And, you know, when it was those days where I only had a few times, I wish I had it more because you cut the queue. You know, the air hostess used to help you, know, when you're young.
Kids,
for kids, you know, they would like that.
How old were you?
My parents put me traveling 15, younger than that, 14, 13.
Yeah.
That's when I had the assistant. Assistants. Yeah,
they just take you.
Yeah.
SubhanAllah. How about for, because obviously you've went here and there to countries and you came back. For someone who's a beginner that says, hey, I want to go explore, and, you know, taking into consideration maybe where we are, Australia, you know, like price and time frame, like they want to go for more than a month. They want to go really explore. And most of our friends, whenever we hear travel, it's like, where are you going? Europe. I'm going Europe. And that's all I want to go. And then maybe I'll touch on Morocco, like a friend behind the camera. You know, it's like, that's really like, everyone always says, you know, Europe. And we don't hear these other gems around the world that are brilliant locations to go to. Is there like a recommendation you say for someone that wants to go more than a month, to have some savings, you know?
Yeah, I don't know why you want to go Europe. I lived in England. I didn't even do Europe. The only time I did Europe was school holiday when I went skiing. Italy, Austria, France. And Spain was Barcelona, football tour. But anyway, that was...
Wait, was skiing a hobby, or was it something you guys were forced to do over there?
Oh, no. Even though you could probably... You guys... Sorry, just have to say on camera because it's like really... You guys, Australia, you love driving to go see snow.
Yeah.
England, we're trying to run away from snow. Like, you guys love it. Like, I'm going to go Mount Burg or whatever, Boblo, whatever.
Mount Pablo.
Pablo.
It sells snow, but it's different kind of snow.
It's, but yeah, them kind of like,
No, Mount Bulla, you're right. We do drive towards it, wallah, we do.
That. But anyway, yes. So sorry. Back to. So I didn't even do Europe. So back to your.
And how come? Why didn't you do Europe? Because we travel here, and that's probably the most expensive place to go to.
That's what I mean. Why would you do that? Like,
because price.
Because it's the most expensive.
Yeah. So is that why you think it's not worth?
Oh, for me, no. It was 30. It was cheap for me as well. I could afford it, but I was like, Europe is all the same. England is the same as every other European country. That's why they're all part of we're part of the EU and stuff. Everything's the same. It's just the weather is probably better in some countries.
And the
maybe the culture is a little bit different. The food.
Yeah.
Not culture is even talking, just the food. French baguette, whatever kind of. Spain, paella, you know.
So what?
It's Valencia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you were chasing probably like experiences then, yeah?
Pardon?
Were you like, so I'm trying to get at like why you didn't go to other parts of Europe. So you're probably chasing like experiences.
Yeah.
And the experiences were pretty similar to that of the UK.
Yeah.
So you're like,
there was no point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was the reason. But then I don't know why Australia, you've got the most beautiful countries, cheap, beautiful, culture. Half of them, for like now Australian Muslim countries that are close to you, all close to you.
Yeah.
But you go to Europe. But yeah, so my advice would be get backpacking, whatever you want. Even it's cheap enough to go 5-star hotels in Asia, Southeast Asia. Go. It's not about the money. Close by. Don't go Bali. Too hype. Too overrated. Wallahi, to be honest. Too many Aussies as well.
It's like the number one place for Aussies to go.
That's right. Yeah. So it's just.
Where would you recommend in Southeast Asia? Because obviously you said Sri Lanka, you said Philippines.
So Philippines for me because it's number one. But dude, like you said a month. You wanted to travel for a month.
Like even further, like if you give enough countries.
So there's so much information on the website because backpackers have done it. People are still doing it till this day.
What's the website?
Travel Fish. Check out Travel Fish.
Yeah.
That doesn't do one of the countries it doesn't do, but it does majority of the south.
Us or something.
If you want to sponsor Travel, and then check bloggers and who you like, and then they will have itinerary done for you. Everything. This time go here. Everything.
Subhanallah.
Package cheap.
So Southeast Asia, you say is
Southeast Asia. South Asia, the India, the Sri Lanka, the Pakistan, maybe a bit more planning because they're probably the same size, but it's just
population. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad.
I heard it's crazy in Bangladesh specifically.
Yeah.
It takes like
What about Bangladesh?
it takes like 3 hours, 4 hours
Yeah.
to kind of get from one place to another. It should take only like 20-30 minutes.
Because of the population,
Yeah,
overpopulated.
overpopulated and it's very densely populated.
Yeah,
And the roads and
Imagine that, man.
By the way, guys, there's 80% of you guys who watch our videos are actually not subscribed. So stop the video right here. My voice cut out. Stop the video right here. Subscribe. I'll give him a second. Now we can resume the video. Enjoy.
I couldn't do that.
I wanted to touch on the Australia thing, yeah?
Yeah.
As a obviously non-Australian, or at the time, what was it like coming to Australia for the first time? Because I've always wondered people's like experiences when they think of Australia. Because obviously I see the people from the UK, they think all we are is just kangaroos in a backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And spiders and snakes and all that.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
What was it like when you experienced it when you first came here?
Okay, that's I like that one. I like
Yeah.
that. You ready? This is a whole episode on itself.
Yeah.
I'll give you a summary version. But like, so when I first experienced it, obviously the weather was a bit better. The cold was different. Like in one of the, was it South Africa? One of the Southern Africa countries as well. The wind, the cold is different. It hits you in your bones. No, Somaliland as well.
Yeah.
The cold, it hits just in your bones. It's a different kind of cold anyway. That I noticed as well was a bit different. Your roads, shocking me. Oh, don't even start me on your roads.
Yeah.
Really? Absolutely. First of all, it's so scary. Like I'm a driver, alhamdulillah. Like, you know, good driver and that. You know, may Allah keep me always safe.
Yeah.
I mean,
I said it in my head.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna talk about the flat tire. We'll carry on.
Yeah. You gotta. No, we don't talk about that. Good. Let's moving on. But what was I saying? Yeah, so close together in town. 3 lanes and you guys are like this. A line is separating you, right?
Yeah.
Like anyway, that.
But what's the difference over there?
I think he's saying there might be bollards or something.
Yeah,
that
or
is
like there's a
blocking
bigger space, bigger
Yeah.
roads, and there's a divider. Not 2 cars coming onto each other just like that.
Oh,
Just a white straight line is covering it. You know, your J hook turns, whatever. I haven't even tried that yet. I'm not even going to try it. Sounds funny.
No way.
The J hook, yeah, we don't have none of that.
hook turn in the city.
No,
Hook
but
turn,
I'm
yeah.
saying like he's never been to the city.
I have, but
Yeah,
I've
you
never had to
guys-
do it.
yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
it's unique to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let her roll.
Bro, I have to like
Vent.
breathe.
This is
sometimes. This is the opportunity to vent.
Yeah. This is what
Yo, bro, let me.
everyone's
let me
gonna
set
come for you
myself up.
later on.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
so hopefully
gonna
the
go
KO
for it.
squad comes in clutch.
Your where it's like you can turn left, it's green for the guy turning left, and it's green for the walkers.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
get what you mean. Yeah.
Like,
Like and then you have to wait.
You have
till
to
they
wait,
cross.
but you can go. But
yeah,
like that's crazy. Like drunk drivers maybe, or drivers who are fast, or like whatever, just don't care about people or misjudge it.
yeah.
Man's hit the person, gone. You know, you know what I mean? Gone. So, you know, inshallah, they're Muslims and they died. But but yeah, do you know, like that's bad. That's bad. You can turn left, it's green, but it's red for going straight. So guys blocking you.
Yeah.
Come on, what's that about? You know, like that would annoy me, especially if you're the one just behind him.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to go left, mate, and you can't because he wants to go straight.
Exactly.
So all your issues with Melbourne is just driving.
Traffic. Yeah.
Yeah,
roads.
that's the worst thing. Wallah.
Okay.
True.
It's just your
That's
roads.
good to know though, because
Yeah.
that means everything else must be pretty good.
No, not football. let's go into that as well. Then about
Well,
soccer.
But we're not a
College
country. That's
footballer.
not like our country. That's not our country sport.
No, but not
know?
about the quality of football. Your quality, I'm sure if I go Bangladesh, like their quality is bad, but I'm sure the football should be good. You know what I mean? But you guys are shocking. And because the thing is, you're also part of the Commonwealth. So like,
That's why I picked up cricket and rugby from you guys.
yeah, but
You
I
guys
hope you
push
pick
that.
up football, soccer. I don't even know what football rules.
Yeah.
Let's start because this is people need to know this, especially parents and things like that. It's very important to see the difference here. There was a big incident. You want stories? This is story time. Okay?
That's good.
So
There's a big incident where.
in football, right?
Yeah.
It kicked off. I mentioned the team.
So
Take the team off for this story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
Blooper.
beat the team.
But that's
Right?
good for
What
us
are
to
you
know.
talking
Huh?
Soccer. He's talking about soccer.
Soccer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you were playing for a team?
I'm a coach for under 12s.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. I'm a coach for under 12. Beep. Right, you want to beep it, right? So he knows it has to be beep there. So it's like beep. It's a bit longer.
That's how you know you've done editing.
I'm like that as I speak. I'm editing, but yeah. Cut into next scene, and then use this as a thumbnail. The laughing, but all right, hang on. All right, so it kicked off, bro, big time. It was under 16s, under 14s, versus
Yeah.
right.
Just keep naming the clubs. It's okay. It's got a lot of editing.
Harder work, yeah. A lot. No, but anyway, so two teams facing each other, kicked off at the end. The presidents were kicked off, swearing at each other, like the coach was swearing at the players, said "you dog" to one of the players and things like that. It all kicked off. Fights in the middle, and there's kids there. Wallahi, bro, I've never seen that in England. I've been in England for how long?
What? Really?
Fight? Yes, 20, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, you know, in the men leagues. There might be a few punch-ups and things like that, but these are grown men fight with each other. Not under 14s, and the parents are getting involved and swearing and everything. Not just that, under 9s are swearing, bro. Not gonna say it's under 9s are swearing, bro. It's like it's adi. Under 12, two of my boys are swearing like it's adi.
Yeah.
Welcome
And I
to
mean
Australia,
swearing is
mate.
not shut up.
I think that's Australian. Like that's a love language.
It's just swear, and then parents, the aggression towards the ref. That's why we don't have refs. Half our time we have to play. Parents have to ref or coaches have to ref because they're not reffing, and most of the refs are young as well. You can't be traumatizing them because I've been a footballer since I was young. Had trials like at Blackburn and things like that until 15 keyhole surgery.
ACL.
No, not ACL. No, meniscus tear.
Meniscus, yeah.
Meniscus tear.
Can you play now?
I can play football. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the shout up on Sunday. What's happening here, yo? Shout me, guys. Yeah, and then the football going.
You're looking at another one on the waiting list.
Yeah, is it long? Yeah. Okay. If there's any football, shout me. Yeah. But North Melbourne only. But yeah. So anyway, and then coach, because then I went into coaching because I was injured, and referee because I needed money when I was in university. So I've done it all. It's traumatizing. I did under 21s, Glenroy versus and crazy.
Yeah. But you got to understand as well, like, there's certain nationalities that might be playing another nationality. So the teams, they're like, for
More feud,
example,
whatever.
they're Croatians. Croatians were playing against Serbians.
Okay.
Or you have a team that's Albanian playing against a Serbian team.
Or Masses
Like,
against
A lot of
Greeks.
but like that's the problem also with I don't know if it's only in Melbourne, but Australian football, or what I think is Australian football, is that they have clubs that are at the center point of it is nationalities.
Yes, like Outa is Italian. Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah.
And then another team, which I don't think I even saw one Polish, but it's a Polish team.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like
exactly. Yeah, so that's probably why as well. And then they got these they bring their feuds from their countries and whatever it is.
yeah.
And they're bringing in their Greeks against Italians and
Yeah.
all that kind of thing. But but then again, I'm not giving anyone an excuse because I probably would have been a part of the problem. But
No, bro, I don't even mind the problem if it's older. You're
Yeah.
over 18,
Oh,
punch
okay,
each other
you're
up.
talking about little
These are
kids.
kids, bro.
Professionality you're talking about.
You know, and the parents are the ones swearing, and it's the
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
I don't mind when you're older. When I was refereeing the men, I was like, listen, guys, you swear at me, you're getting yellow card. You swear at each other, you punch each other, that's whatever. I'll deal with that when it comes. You know what I mean? Do that. I don't care. But with kids, I even tell them no swearing at even your own teammates when I ref their games. Like,
True.
yeah, it's crazy.
I want to take a 180 to the conversation real quick. I want to know about you and your scuba diving license. You know, because you're the first.
Still waiting
person-
for a call up on that.
Yeah. Don't worry. Summertime, inshallah.
Yeah.
But honestly, because you're the first person that I've met that's actually got a whatever scuba diving license or whatever outside my friendship group. I want to know why and how did you get into
My
that?
sister.
Your sister,
So again, we're
South
all
Africa sister.
no Dubai sister now,
Okay,
but England sister before.
you're all wayfarers anyway. But yeah.
Yeah. So the oldest sister, the oldest, the oldest, the oldest sister. She wanted to go traveling herself, but my dad was very. You need a mahram.
Yeah.
Back then, you know, back when she was younger. So you need a mahram and and all this kind of thing. So I was the mahram.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you're getting your open water.
Yeah.
Started with that in Fujairah and things like that.
Fujairah,
And it's a Emirates, one of the Emirates in Abu Dhabi, because that's where they're nice.
I thought that was
One of the
Somali,
cities.
though.
Very nice
Sounded-
city.
Fujairah,
Yeah.
Sound like a food. I got hungry.
Fujairah, and then started from that, and then
Yeah.
got it. That's why.
What would you say to people out there? Because I know, because I've got obviously my scuba diving license and that.
Obviously.
One of the best.
Sure.
How many times can I
Like
say?
that.
Yeah.
Part of his personality is on his resume.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's one of the biggest flexes to have. You know what I mean? Having a scuba diver license. But anyway, what I was saying was, what would you
I can think of a lot more.
Let's look.
Okay, what else would you
six
flex?
people in this room. Is that a flex? Is that a flex? Is that a flex? Like, do you like?
I think
you know what
I
mean?
think
I think it's an
I think
absolute
it is a flex, especially
I've
with our
seen-
culture, our religion. What
What's
more
the
of
common
many Muslims
denominator?
are like scuba divers that you know.
Hey.
Go on, do you know any scuba divers?
No, but look,
I know a
Alex,
scuba diver.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
You all know him, and that's a flex. It's a flex thing. Yeah, no flex zone right now though. No flex zone.
You know what it is? Because they're both scared of water.
I'm not.
That's why
I'm
it's
not.
not a
I'd do a
flex.
scuba
Oh,
diving.
sorry, you're scared of fishes.
Yeah.
I hate
No,
fish.
you
I
got
don't-
shot. You hate
There's a
fish?
difference between hate and being
Eating
scared.
fish or even seeing them in an
Both.
aquarium?
It's both.
It's
Yeah,
a
I can
fear.
see him
It's
in
a
a
fear.
photo.
If it's
Yeah.
something I wanted to do, I'd do it. But it's like I've never been scuba diving in my life. Like I'd go once or twice, nice, you know, just
just
snorkeling,
a-
whatever. But it's not that deep to me. It's not
Nah,
like I want to.
snorkeling, scuba diving, two different things.
Two big
Two
different.
different worlds, bro.
Okay, I'm just
Especially-
saying my, I'm just saying my interests. But it's more like these guys, like, yeah, it's a flex, the biggest flex. Like, come on, bro.
I think also another big flex is manual driver.
Manual driver.
See, I reckon scuba
I can't
diver
do that.
license is way more of a flex
Yeah, no,
than
obviously
manual
it
driving.
is. It is.
Actually, no. I
Yes,
think
it
manual
is.
driving
Yeah.
is way more of a flex than scuba.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd
look at
rather,
this.
if I could pick, I'd rather
You're in a
drive manual.
percentage.
Nah,
you're
they're
in a
just 'cause they're-
percentage.
No, no, manual,
it's
because
a
actually
part
one
of
to
our
learn
identity.
manual.
Nah,
Yeah,
think about
it's more functional. You can use it
Yeah,
pretty much
true,
every day.
true.
No,
Scuba
no,
diving,
no,
sure,
no,
you can
no.
use it every
From a practical
that's-
point of view, I agree.
Yeah.
It's a big
Gun
flex that way.
license. Gun
And-
license.
Nah.
That's a big flex.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
well,
heck
gun
People
license.
Yeah.
have gun
Flex it,
licenses,
bro.
scuba diver licenses.
Yeah, but like, when are you gonna
Gun.
ever scuba dive?
Because
bro?
think about this: you're in a percentage of a population that has
And have-
seen under the water. You know what I mean? Majority of people haven't seen under the water completely, like the world under there.
Watch David.
I like those stats. And also, you live in a country that's surrounded by sea. If like it was the UK,
Well, we
the
have one
cold's
of the best
freezing
reefs.
water. It's not a flex. Oh, I got scuba diving there. Mate, you live in the UK, mate. The temperature is like -10 every
Yeah,
time,
exactly.
even in summer. So it's
Yeah.
not flex.
Yeah.
But you guys are covered, and you have beautiful Philippines and everything. These are beautiful to pop over. So it's a flex since Australia.
Yeah.
Let's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But no, fellas, I'm like, listen, it's nice to have in your back pocket. I'm not gonna disagree.
Any skill is.
It's actually a digital
Yeah.
certificate at the moment, but
Oh, yeah, same,
I don't know
yeah.
if you have a card. Do you have a card?
No, I think mine was digital. Yeah.
So
I
you
was
got
at
it.
times.
So you can do this.
This is
and
a-
it's in your wallet. Scuba dive, yeah.
No, but the
Sounds
annoying
like
thing.
Creed, bro.
The annoying thing is the refresher thing.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it I had to do that when I was in Philippines. You had to do like a refresher course before you can do it. And that's money as well. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, yeah, you just do one dive, practice. They see you're good for the same price. The second dive,
Yeah.
when you're on the
How
same
frequently? Don't say once a year. If you don't.
boat. No, it's something mad. It's something short.
No,
a lot.
the license is for life.
No, the license for life, but
Yeah.
the refresher course, it's short. It's
Well, the
crazy.
refresher is up to you.
No, it's depending on the company. It's not you.
Yeah,
If
Paddy.
the company
Great
takes it,
flex.
Paddy.
You need
Yeah.
a refresher
You
each
gotta
time.
update it like iPhone.
Yeah.
Well, think
bro.
about
But
it.
that's the only-
You'd rather go on a refresher because if you haven't been in like 5 years
Yeah, no, it's
and
dangerous.
you haven't used it,
Mate,
that's
Yeah.
so
you know how
dangerous.
dangerous you're breathing in some gases that are not even normal, and you need a refresher course.
Yeah.
Does it taste nice though? Like, you know, when you go to the
Nah,
petrol station.
It
you
low-key
smell
does.
that
It
nice
depends
smell?
what you spray on it before you start. Like,
Oh, I
What are you gonna spray on it?
What's this guy? You
Oh.
put Vaseline on as well, or something? In case it's dry. Sorry, my bad. You gave me Vaseline as well. My bad. Yeah.
Scuba divers going at it.
Yeah,
I wanted to ask, what level scuba diver are you, by the way?
Advanced 30 meters, same as you.
Okay.
Not the teacher. I think
Open water?
Open water, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to go for the teacher.
What-
The next one is the teacher, the instructor. I'm not going to go for that.
If you could have skydiving license, which means you can skydive by yourself, or scuba diving, what would you rather have? Because skydiving by yourself, it takes like 500 jumps. It's like an absurd amount of numbers, and you can jump out of a plane by yourself.
Wait, 500 jumps
500,
to take
yeah.
someone?
Until you can jump by yourself, like
500
with people.
That's
Like it's
a
some
lot of
absurd
jumps.
That's
number.
a lot of jumps, and
Yeah.
it's not cheap. Unless you it's just one place. If you do 500,
Nah,
yeah.
I think just
And how long
yeah.
does the certificate last?
I don't know the details, but I know it takes long to get, and you can jump out whenever
Yeah,
you want,
scuba
any
divers are
height.
bit
That'd be an
faster.
expensive
Yeah.
license, though.
So that'd be,
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. Cause you jump out of a plane,
500
like you know.
jumps?
Oh, well, just
That's
because
why-
I
'cause
don't have
jumping
it, I
by
think that's
yourself.
why it's
Yeah.
cool. But with scuba diving, if you actually plan it and stuff, there is way more.
Well,
more
think about
yeah.
it.
It's a tough-
Shipwrecks. You
yeah,
can go cave diving.
scuba diving. Scuba diving.
Cave
Sorry.
diving.
Because
Yeah,
from the
Somaliland,
sky, once you're in the sky,
Pirates.
ground looks the same. Once you're in the sky, all ground, either it's sand, green, black.
That's
You know what I mean?
that's
From
fair
that high.
point. That's a fair point.
Until you come a bit closer, and it's shaped. Unless you're Dubai, things are shaped nice. Then you're like up there, like whoa, the world, Lebanon,
yeah.
party island, by the way, in Dubai. Lebanon is a party island.
What,
you know
Lebanon?
the world island,
Yeah.
the world island in Dubai,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Sand World
the
Island.
Sand World Island. Lebanon is a party island there.
Because
Yeah,
Lebanon, the country, is
No,
you know,
but- yeah,
because
it's-
Beirut, yeah.
Paris of the Middle East.
That's it. Everyone used to
Sure,
go
Beirut.
there, mate.
Apparently, Turkey is now the Paris of the Middle East now, or whatever thingy, the
I
Muslim
would-
country.
I would- because right now you can't take money out of Lebanon, mate.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Wallah, bro.
Yo, bro, it's crazy, bro.
Everyone's
people
brilliant.
holding up guns. It's like a thing now. It's like my turn, man.
You robbed the
sorry.
bank. They
Yeah.
some guy robbed the
100%.
bank
And
to make
own money.
a
Get his own
and
money.
a woman, because her mom was cancer or something like that. Inshallah, her mom feels better.
I mean,
Well,
Plastic gun, water gun or something. Rob the bank.
water gun.
Yeah, like a plastic gun. They said.
tough times, man.
She
Wallah,
should
it's very
That's
tough.
why crypto. Get on it.
Get on crypto. I heard there's some sort of black market thing.
In your, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, in
heard-
Lebanon, yeah, they are.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
definitely.
they do. Yeah,
Why?
it's because if you use, if you pay actual, if you pay by card, the amount is absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. So they use.
Use some sort of black market app. I can't
Yeah.
remember what it was. I watched this guy on YouTube to do it, but yeah, bro.
Is Lebanon on your list?
Surely it is.
No, well, I'm not now. I'll be honest with you. It was on my list, and it's still on my list. But it's, bro, I can't go now.
I'll be honest
Like,
with
there's
you.
no money, bro. That's the, you know.
That was
If my,
Like,
my
I'm
grandmother,
not- bro.
I'll be honest, if my grandmother wasn't there, wouldn't be on my list either.
Subhanallah.
I know.
What? So I actually want to know what other countries aren't on your list. Is it because maybe like even
Myanmar.
like European countries, you would say like you know like is China because of the situation? Is
Israel.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, who?
Israel?
you go Palestine though? Like as in you go to
the story.
Palestine.
Yeah, you
Israel.
gotta tell it.
Well, we haven't hit the travel part. We have hit the travel part. I'll tell a story about Israel. Yeah, and my
We're all
travel.
been?
over the place.
No, I haven't been.
Oh, okay.
No, I want. Yes, I want
You've
to do
been
Israel.
Palestine,
I want
yeah.
to do Israel. No, I haven't been Palestine as well. I want to do both of them, just because I want to see Israel and I want to know everything we've grown up with. Free Gaza, free Palestine. By the way, always with my brothers and sisters. You know.
Yeah.
But like, it's I want to see it for myself. News sometimes, like, I know it's true. I'm not questioning it, but you need to see some things for your own eyes. And this is where the story, well, it fits nicely with about Israel. So, okay, Southeast Asia, as you know, is a big packing country. Everyone goes Southeast Asia
For backpacking.
for backpacking, majority backpacking. So I don't know if you guys know, but it's a mandatory to join the Israeli army. So you basically are from high school, you join the Israeli army. So you're 21, 22, 23, you're in the Israeli army. I think men, it's 4 years, women is 2 years, mandatory.
This is if you're Jew and you're
Well, if you're Israeli,
Israeli, yeah.
it's not, you have to
Yeah.
be a Jew if you're Israeli, because there's some
Yeah.
Muslim Israel, like
true,
if
yeah, yeah.
you're Israeli, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's mandatory to join. So obviously I've gone traveling. Oh, like, sorry, just when Israel, when I say it, it's just,
You hate it, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously I'm gonna, what they're doing to the Palestinians, obviously I'm gonna hate it. But I don't hate the people. So let me get to the story. Just like, I'm not gonna hate the people. They hate the country as in the politics and things, yes. Anyway, the country, let me get to it. There's good and bad. So I met five, well, I didn't say I'll meet her, 5 Israelis while I was traveling, okay? Short story, 2 of them I actually traveled with to I met them in Kosovo Islands in Thailand. I met them in Manila, one of the hostels, really nice hostels. Met them there, and we were planning to go to Palawi Island to go to El Nido. So I've traveled with them. Nice guys. As human beings, really nice guys. We didn't talk too much about Israel, Palestine. It did come up sometimes, but it was never like a fight kind of thing. Because they understood. They were level-headed. They're like, yeah, it's not like really right, but it's what we have to do. You know, it's like mandatory. You know, so I asked them, okay, what do you do? What's your job? One was, I think, sniper and things like that.
It's in the army.
They're both in army. No, it's mandatory army. Everyone that I met just came fresh from the army. They were like finished army. They're like, let me party now. That's how they do. Because you're 17, 18. You're not gonna go traveling at that age. Put you straight into the army. Majority of people straight into the army.
There's a lot of other countries that do it. Turkey does that. Singapore does
UAE
that.
does it now. UAE about 5, 6, 7
but
years
4
ago
years is a bit
started
long because I know that 4 years is a bit long. But go on,
double check. But I know women is shorter than men. That I know for sure because I met some Israeli women. Anyway, so they're traveling their first time. They've come out of the country and everything. So anyway, these two I've traveled with them and everything. I asked them, one of them, like, so what do you do? One's a gun guy. I can't remember if he's a sniper or not. The other one is a patrol guy. So he goes around the houses and knocks on the door. How he says it is like he knocks on the door to search for people or to like see who's in the house. I was like, and then how do you do it? It's like, yeah, like proper army style. Like they come from the side and then this and everything. He didn't say there are flashbangs and things like that, but at night they search houses. So I know this is words from their mouth. This is from them. And I was like, okay, so like, what words do you know in Arabic? Because the Palestinians, majority of them don't speak Israeli. You guys, what Arabic do you know to at least, like if you're going to take a country, like even the USA, the Americans, they learned some Afghani, some Urdu to communicate with the people. So like, what do you know? He's like, iftah al-bab, min fil bayt. That's it.
That's all he knew.
That's and
Ahmed, translate that for.
Yeah.
no,
He's saying subtitles on the bottom. Yeah.
Is Teddy here?
So basically that, you know, I was like, whoa, that's bad. Like you don't even know Assalamu alaikum, kayf halak, like how are you? None of the nice basic things. It's just the army words, what they want you to teach you. Anyway, long story short, because I know.
Take your time.
And then next is I meet this guy, a bit more meathead. You can tell he's fresh from the army and things.
He's hard-headed.
Yeah, a bit, right? Yeah.
Meathead means like he's a buff guy.
And buff guy as well. And he's hard,
jock,
and he's hard-headed a bit as well. Because fresh meat. You know, like literally he's a kid and then now he's traveling. Didn't know much and things like that. And then, anyway, I seen him. I've spoken to him. I didn't meet him, so that's why I don't count him. I just seen him, whatever. You meet a lot of people when you go traveling, the same people and things like that. I met him in Vietnam, let's just call it. Met him in Vietnam. We were on the same plane, but I didn't really notice him. I noticed him when we're in the airport terminal and things like that, and he was a bit lost. Alhamdulillah, like I've been traveling for a while. I've been doing it for a while, so I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going and things. I was actually using my phone to try to book a taxi and things. So I see him there a bit lost. So I go over him and I speak to him. I'm like, hey, chat, like, what you doing? Where you going? Oh, yeah, I'm trying to go here, I help him out. I'm like, yeah, this, that, dude. And then I think we had to wait for a bus or taxi or something. So we sat down. We started chatting. And I don't know where this story was going, but it was, Israel, no, but I know, but the words that he knew. The words that he knew. Again, he did not know that the whole point was this guy did not know words to speak to the Palestinian people in Arabic. Nothing. Just the straight commands and things like that.
Yeah.
Like this one, he was a bit more. So he's the one that got me a bit boiled up because the words he knew was like inzal tahad, you know, like get down, and uskut, you know, like quiet. You know, like shut up, and like just to bad stuff. Like the other guy's like, who's at home? There was a convo, even though the context is really bad, but there's a convo. But this guy was like straight up commands.
Yep.
I'm like, yo. And then I left him afterwards because like I couldn't sit with him. But yeah, that was the Israeli story.
SubhanAllah.
That
So
was like-
you'd like to go to see it for yourself?
Yeah, I want to go see it for myself. Yeah, definitely. Because mostly I want to go see Palestine, but it's next door.
True.
I've been, yeah.
Palestine.
Yeah, I think I've seen your Instagram. Yeah, how was it?
Right.
Is it?
Alhamdulillah. I have family there.
Are you
So-
Palestinian?
Nah, but I have Syrian Lebanese family who married Palestinian.
Ah,
So and
okay.
they've been there for years, like generations. And I have some family who are Palestinian Israeli. So there's 3 types of people there: Israelis, Palestinians, and then dual citizenships,
Yeah.
which have the perks of going in and out of the West Bank whenever you want and stuff like that. So the Palestinians call them not real Palestinians, but it's just based on location. You get lucky, you know, like as in you get all the perks that come with it. So they could take me around. We got to go to like the
Nice.
old city, which is pretty much Jerusalem. But going around, like we went to the West Bank one night,
Yeah.
you know, like 5-6 checkpoints just to get somewhere, search the car every time, open the boot, you know, like they'll check where the wheel is, you know, like normally the wheel, they open up, they're like, can you get out of the car? They come, and then it's like, boom, another checkpoint, just to go eat. Like that's what we're going to the West Bank for, to go eat, and they come back. And then certain places you'd go to and they'd make you stop, like pull it to the side and just wait here 20 minutes. They didn't do anything.
Oh, really?
They'll pretend they're on the phone,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, now you can go past. And they'll just try to make things difficult for you. That's really their goal. A lot of time when they see tourists, they know we can come back and say stories. So they don't try to assault you, even swear at you, but they just try to make things difficult so you don't want to come back. That's why there's always people say at the border you wait 7, 8, 9 hours or even longer, and they take your phone, they take your passport, because they just want you to say, hey, you know, this isn't worth it, I'll just leave. That's really what they try to do a lot of the time.
It's good to know that though.
Look, overall, obviously the history is beautiful. You know, you can only find out so much. If you see the trauma that's happening with your own eyes, it's a clearly different experience. I went there and it was peaceful. I went actually, I don't know what the holiday is called, but it was a Jewish religious holiday. So the day I went to the old city, every single Jew, I think for 3 days, has to pretty much go to the old city and put like a rose in Prophet Sulaiman's wall. I'm not too sure what it's called, but they all come in their full outfits. So I pretty much saw like every single Jew, because I went 2 days straight, every single Jew in like Palestine and Israel go there. And it was crazy, like the amount of Jews you'd see, and then sometimes you'd see how they treat Muslims on the street, and even how they treat Christians.
Good or
That-
bad? Like,
They have a mindset that they're better, so it's never going to be the same. It's not equal. They'll just, you know, like it's like they own the country because that's what they, you know, try to proclaim. So it's very good to go for yourself, obviously, but every year, even every month, you get a different experience because the political situation keeps changing. So if I go years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and you go now, it's a completely different world, you know. But it's the 3rd holiest site in Islam. You should try to go, you know, and it does open your eyes.
Sorry, bro. What's the one regret that you have traveling? Like, what's a one major regret?
that's a good question.
That's a good question because it's a short answer.
You
There
got
is
time.
no
Don't
regret.
forget,
There's time. But really, there's no regret to traveling. Okay, to say a regret, but I try not to live in regret. Is maybe I should have done Europe just so I can get more countries in my list. That's it. So I can tick off more countries. I've done actually most of Europe. Like, well, actually Spain, Italy, France, Austria. So I didn't do Germany. Eastern Europe because they're cheap.
Eastern Europe is beautiful.
Eastern
That's
Europe
what
is
they claim,
beautiful
they claim.
and it's cheap.
Yeah.
Balkans.
The Balkans and all that.
Yeah.
It's
Croatia,
so that would-
Bosnia and stuff.
yeah, but Poland even like that. Croatia, that would have been the only thing.
That's
only.
soon.
So your only regret is that you should have traveled more.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a good regret.
Well, I like done not just to tick off, but to experience more. Yeah, traveling I have is a just zoom in. This is where you zoom in, right here. Yeah, traveling is a must, guys. Listen, just get out there. Even if you have to start with traveling outside Melbourne, start with that. Because even just to go from Roxy to city centre is like an hour. So for us Europeans, that's traveling. We're done. We've left the country then, yeah? but like, just get out, travel, do as much as you can because it opens your eyes. Even like here, Sydney to Melbourne is a different culture and vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even though it's far,
Way
it's in the same country. So that's what it is. It's ideas come to you because that's where I haven't mentioned. That's where my entrepreneurship started, which is another topic maybe we can start. Is my entrepreneurship started from after I went traveling, because like it was like, yeah, I'm tired of working for someone 9 to 5. You know, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
No. Emotional music. so I was tired, guys. You don't have to do that, right? Get up, save money, and go traveling. Motivational music.
You know what I did? He planned for the 1 minute snippet that's gonna come out on Wednesday.
He made it so much easier for
He already
Bruce.
knows. Well, you made it easier for us, alhamdulillah.
Bruce is laughing because he's timestamped it in his head.
Yeah, you know what's funny? One of the boys, the other fourth member of the podcast, who's currently in Spain, Morocco at the moment.
Oh, amazing.
He mentioned it to the other day to us boys as well. He goes, because he's traveled a fair bit as well, probably the most out of all of us. Yeah, and he said the funny thing is once you think you've done everything, there's another world that you like unpack type of thing. And he was explaining other places in the world, and that's private. That's for him to share as well. But that same concept as well, like you find something and something else reveals itself, and it's like it's an endless journey type of thing, and it never really ends.
And it's business ideas. You get business ideas. Like I know Australia's like 20 years behind England. So
20?
Yeah. I'll give you
way
10.
longer.
Way longer?
Your fish
Oh.
and chips is backwards, but
Yeah.
your fish and chips is backwards.
Is it?
I've got an idea. I'm gonna take something to the UK, inshallah.
You know what? Take
my
chicken
billion-
salt.
My idea.
That's
That was my idea.
because it's not there. Wallahi, I went to KFC here, Faulkner. Okay? Because it was halal.
What you think of the experience?
Well,
Did you like the work?
No,
Did you
I
try
got
to-
ripped off, bro. By the way, KFC sponsored this. Get the app right now. Save money.
Yo, we're not
Right?
sponsored by them.
Yeah, but but like no, but like seriously, the app. My guy was getting. He got double what I got for the same price I got because I was sat in.
Okay, yeah.
That's mad. So that was my experience. That I was
Well,
mad
fish and chips are not the same anymore. Like
with
but-
the chickens. Oh yeah,
No,
whoa,
no, forget
chicken
the-
and
not the chicken
whoa.
salt.
I haven't tried it.
You haven't had chicken salt on your
No, I
chicken?
did, but on KFC, mush ma'al fish, not with the fish.
KFC?
Yeah, chicken salt. They had it because I was like, oh, this lady's nice. She gave me flavored chips
Oh,
because I got the large box. So I was like, oh, okay.
Did they have chicken salt on the chips now?
They might have seasoning, like whatever the
It-
seasoning
Oh,
is,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's a
No,
what you're
seasoning.
saying.
it's got its like their own
KFC
seasoning.
has a
They always
flavor.
have seasoning on
Listen,
chips.
Go to the West.
Okay.
Look for the first fish and chip shop you see.
Okay.
One of my cousins owns it, 100%.
Go.
Walk in there, you just ask for extra chicken salt on your chips.
Yeah.
And then you tell me what you feel.
I got it now.
Bro, different ball game.
Wait, so the KFC in
Different
the
ball
UK doesn't have seasoning on it?
No, nothing.
Yo, that's
None of
exemplary
the
white
fast
people.
foods, even in UAE.
Even chicken shops and stuff? Because whenever I went to chicken
Yeah.
shops, there's never a
No,
problem.
the salt and vinegar, best. Lots
I
of
had
vinegar
yeah.
and fish and chip.
Ah.
And
Lots
you know
of
what their
vinegar. That's
sauce is?
it.
Mayonnaise, and they put tomato sauce together. They call it Thousand Island. Bro, I was gonna slap someone. But you know what happened? This is the funniest thing. I went into this fish and chip shop like after I went from the masjid in East London. I was like, hey, you know what? Khalas, let's go try fish and chips. And isn't that what the British people are known for? Oh, fish and chips. What it is. All right, walk in there, sit down, order the cod and what's it called, and a bit of chips. And then I looked at the thing. The thing's got no salt on it. I'm like, okay, there's no even salt. It's on the side with vinegar.
Wait,
I'm like,
they put the salt on the side.
Salt on the side with
La
vinegar.
la la la. Where did you go?
East London, I told you.
East London.
And I walk up to the lady. I go, excuse me, sorry, do you have any chicken salt by any chance? What?
Yeah.
Are you taking the piss? I'm like, what do you mean am I taking the piss? I'm being serious. We have chicken salt. What is chicken salt? And I'm like, you know what? Don't worry about it.
You gave me a new idea.
I'm like, no wonder you guys are so depressed. You know, London. Have you been in London?
Yeah, London is depressed.
Bro, everyone's depressed.
Yeah.
I understand why.
No chicken salt.
It's got these. You need.
Wait, what's more depressing? The
MSG?
fact that you got your salt on the side? Like, what? Do you sprinkle it?
No, you can put as much as you want.
No, on the side, يعني على
Like
طاولة,
as in-
on the table,
on
and
the-
you
yeah,
do
yeah,
your
table,
own,
yeah.
like the coffees.
Do you
you
think
put
there
your
was a
sugar.
pile of salt on the side of the?
That's what I
Well,
thought.
you said-
Yani,
you
she
said-
puts it on a tray for you,
Well,
like,
you said you got the sauce on the side.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking you've opened up the bag.
and it's everything. Yeah.
it's
The
everything.
two guys with the scuba licenses are going off now. Yeah,
Too much oxygen, the wrong oxygen, bro.
that's what it is. Yeah,
That's your
I understand what you're having, bro. 100%.
Oh, damn.
I'll get my scuba license soon, inshallah.
We'll go scoop that together. I think we'll wrap it up there, inshallah. Well, I'll leave it on a high note.
Well, we'll definitely see him back on the podcast.
Yeah, definitely
inshallah.
round two.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah, entrepreneurship and yeah,
Well, you
And-
can.
and marriage life maybe.
Yeah,
we got
That's a defo.
That's why I came to Melbourne. Actually, that was one of the reasons.
yeah, 100%.
Touch on that in the marriage
That's
ep,
it.
inshallah.
That's right. Yeah. Well,
Stay tuned.
cliffhanger. Stay tuned. That's it. That's why I did it. You saw through.
It's a nice
You threw the
segue,
alley-oop to us.
Yes.
Beautiful. He's a nice
Thank you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and comment. Where can they find you if you want to shout yourself out?
Yeah.
Apparently you have a KO squad. Is that what you call them?
That's it. Chaos Squad. We out here. You know, I love you all. Thanks so much for always supporting me and always being there. Really appreciate it. And shout out to all the new Chaos Squads that are going to join me from this amazing podcast. Thank you so much, guys, for Fair Dinkum having me on the podcast, and all to the amazing lads. Big shout out to the cameraman and the audio editor, because I know how hard it is. Trust me. Once you've tried it, then you know. Yeah. Thanks so much. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Khalid Osman, KHALID, not ED. Osman, OSMAN. YouTube, I am Khalid Osman. Facebook, I am Khalid Osman. You know, hashtag vlogger life. Yeah, Jazakallah khair, barakallah feek.
Yeah, cool.
I am FairDinkum. Have a good day, guys.